Parson Road, another brand new town. From the mountains high to the oceans deep, they're living the dream, they ain't losing sleep. With a glass bar full and a tank of gas, they ain't slowing down, they ain't looking back. They fly through the skies, chasing the breeze. Roll down the road, feeling so free. Ride the waves where the sunsets go. Forever Huffs living, wherever they go. Cruising down the coastline, drinking their hands, dancing on the deck to a steel drum band. Larry's cracking jokes, making new best friends. Saucy snapping pictures, cause the fun won't end. From the northern lights to the streets of Rome, everywhere they go they make it their home. With the world so big and their hearts so wide, they'll keep on moving till the end of the ride. They fly through the skies, chasing the breeze. Roll down the road, feeling so free. Ride the waves where the sunsets go. Forever Huffs living, wherever they go. No map, no plan, just a ticket in hand. They'll follow the stars and the golden sand. Every new town, another great story. Living this life in all of its glory. They fly through the skies, chasing the breeze. Roll down the road, feeling so free. Ride the waves where the sunsets go. Forever Huffs living, wherever they go. So if you see them on by, give them a wave. They're chasing adventure, they're feeling brave. Larry and Saucy, hearts open wide. Forever Huffs living, enjoying the ride.
Well, what's happening, everybody? We've already got some folks in here chatting, started chatting before we ever even went live. I like that. We got Miss PJ in there. Let's say hello to everybody. We got Miss PJ. Hey, Miss PJ. We got Paul. Hey, Paul. We got Miss Wednesday. Hello, Miss Wednesday. And then there's a fourth person that hadn't said anything. I don't know who that is, but whoever you are, howdy. Now we got our coffee.
Do we?
I got a half cup.
That's because you only fix a half a cup.
No, I had a full cup, but I've already been sitting here a while. There is our one. We finally hit 1,000. Look, you guys are awesome. I gotta throw a shout out for Miss Georgie and Skipper and Mr. Coop. They all helped tremendously trying to help, us get to 1,000.
Everybody helped.
Yeah, and if I miss somebody, I apologize. But everybody has been trying to help us get to 1,000, and we finally got there. I'm so tickled. You couldn't stick a feather up my butt and tickle me any more than I am right now over having 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, that was one of the big things I wanted to share today is 1,000, 1K.
Go ahead.
What are you doing?
I'm writing a message.
Are you playing that game or you just sending
I'm typing a message.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Jay.
Yep, 1,000. We're at 1,000 and I think 8, something like that. Now, yeah, it seems like it just takes forever to get there. It just goes so slow, just creeping along, working our way up.
Now you got to keep it there.
Yeah, now we got to keep y'all entertained.
So you got to keep the numbers up.
Yeah. Now, we're not monetized per se because we don't have the 4,000 watch hours. We're at about, 3,500, 3,550, something like that. So it, as long as we're doing the lives and the things we're doing, it'll get there. And I'm not in a big hurt because, your watch time, you got to have 4,000 hours. So your watch time is in the last 365 days. So for example, if everybody decided to go watch a bunch of our videos today and we clocked up 300 or 400 hours, well, a year from now, when this day hits, that amount's going to drop off, so I don't mind it kind of creeping a little at a time. So next year, this time of year, I won't have a massive amount of time falling off the watch hour. But we are happy to finally make it to 1,000 followers. And Georgie really pushed it the other day. It's funny because I was outside working on my old truck, and I came in. I'd been out there for a couple of hours. I came in and I just pulled up YouTube and I went and I looked, and we had, a substantial amount of people had subscribed since that morning. And I'm like, wow, what happened? So I started looking, trying to figure out if one of our videos just took off or what. And then I went and Georgie and Coop were on, and I started kind of listening in, and I said hello and all that. And then I realized they were pushing our channel for us that morning, and that's where those subs came from. And then before they got through, they pushed again. I went back outside. I left the stream running, and I'll do that a lot, especially right now when the weather's as nice as it is. I do stuff outside, but to help them with their watch time, I'll jump on and I'll speak and leave the stream running, and I go back outside doing whatever I'm doing. So I went back outside, and that evening I pulled it up and realized we had gone over 1,000. So I wasn't watching as it happened. I wish I would have. I'd have been so excited if I'd have been sitting here watching, but I wasn't. I was outside. I found out later that afternoon. But it was because Georgie and PJ and Skipper and all of them, all of y'all, those of you watching, I know y'all shared our channel and that sort of stuff. So thank y'all so much for helping us hit that milestone of 1,000. And Miss PJ and Paul and Karen and different, almost all of the regulars. Chris, yeah.
Heroes, isn't that Heroes?
Yeah, Heroes. I guess him and Mama Coop are still, I think they still have their live going. They were going earlier. I don't know if they're still going or not, but anyhow, most all of y'all, stop in on our bird feeder in the mornings. Our bird feeder we have on from 7 to 9 each morning to help with watch time. Miss PJ is loyal. She's there every day. And Paul's there a lot. Wednesday stops by. Karen's book stops by. Most everybody stops by from time to time.
So Jessica stopped in.
Yeah, Jessica comes in pretty regular. So
it's a bad thing to start naming out people.
Yeah, I know.
You'll forget somebody.
I hate to start throwing names out because I'll surely forget somebody, and then I hurt their feelings. I don't want to do that. But yeah, the bird feeder is helping build a little watch time. Yeah, they're still going. Okay. Yeah, well, they're doing theirs every day, and so we've decided that's something else. Hey, Tim, what's happening, buddy? Glad you're here. We've decided we're going to do Coffee with the Huffs every Thursday afternoon at 6 o'clock.
Except for when we can't.
Yeah, except for when we can't, if we're out of town or something and just don't have internet. But for the most part.
We may be in Alaska. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, we can take internet with us.
I'm not going to go to Alaska and sit and talk on the internet. I'll play my game, but
I'm more loyal to our fans, and I will do it if we go to Alaska. But yeah, we're going to start. So it kind of gives us a schedule. Up until this point, we've just been going live whenever we felt like it. So now that we have 1,000 subs, we got to act more professional.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a decision we've made. So put that on your calendar or back of your mind, wherever. Every Thursday at 6 o'clock, we're going to have Coffee with the Huffs. And we're going to try to have a little bit of a format to what we do. So I think when we first come in, well, Wednesday, why didn't it start for you? When we first come in, we're just going to chat about whatever we got going on and that sort of stuff. And then I want to talk about one current event kind of thing going on.
Okay.
And then I want to help promote somebody else's channel.
Okay.
People have helped promote ours. So that's 3 things. We need 4. What's the 4th one going to be? I don't know what the 4th one's going to be.
Hey, Magic.
Hey, Magic Angel, how are you? We are so glad y'all are here. We got 10 people. Woohoo! So what we have, what do we want to share with everybody? Well, 2 things we got. We got our grandson coming this weekend, spend the weekend with us.
Yeah, he'll be here in the morning.
Yeah, he'll be in the morning. Okay, cool. He's 10 now.
Yes, but he's almost 11.
Almost 11. But he's a city boy. He's from the city. He lives in the city. And we have talked before about Mayhaw jelly. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There's tornado weather around you again, sister.
Oh, she's talking to Wednesday.
Okay, Magic Angel, you're telling Wednesday that they have.
I'm thinking that's who
Okay.
she's talking to.
And Wednesday she's down in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember where everybody's at. I don't remember, but yeah,
I don't remember.
there is some weather coming through. But we had talked on one of our chats. We talked about Mayhaw jelly and how good it is, and how much we like. Look, her cousins sent us some 2 or 3 years ago.
Traded some honey for some jelly.
Yeah, and I guess I had never really eaten Mayhaw jelly. My boy,
I grew up on it.
Look, that's like crack cocaine. Okay, Wednesday and I are in Texas. Okay, yeah, I saw earlier today. I was watching Ryan Hall's stuff, and yeah, I saw there was weather in Texas. I'm just looking at the chat. I might put some of the chats out there for everybody to see. So y'all are in Texas. Wednesday and Magic Angel are in Texas. Well, we're not actually monetized yet, Tim. You got to have, along with the 1,000 subscribers, you've got to have 4,000 watch hours. And we're at about 3,500. You gonna get me some more coffee? Aren't you just an angel? Now, don't bring me one of them big old.
Well, why not?
Well, it'll get cold before I can drink it all. Do what you want to. So we're at about 3,500 watch hours. So we're about 500 short on the true monetization, which is okay. We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. So another thing we're doing tomorrow, we are going to meet a lady to buy some Mayhaw juice. So you take these Mayhaw, I guess you call it a berry. Thank you, Georgie. Look, I know you've been over backwards the other day to help us get there, and thank you. It did not go unnoticed. I appreciate it. I was telling them earlier, I was not sitting here when it went over 1,000. You know, the great weather we're having right now, I'm outside doing things. I got my old trucks I'm working on and all that. So I'll come in, I'll say hello, and I'll usually listen for a few minutes, but I leave y'all stream running to give, whoever's on at the time. If it's you and Coop, I have both of them up. I have 2 tabs up, I have both of them up. And I'll leave it running. I go back outside doing whatever I'm doing. And that's what I did the other day. And that afternoon, late in the evening, I sat down at the computer and I brought it up and I saw that we were over 1,000. So I didn't find out till later in the afternoon. I wasn't sitting here. I wish I'd been sitting here watching the count go up. I would have gotten really excited about that. But I wasn't. I was outside. I found out later. Earlier that day, I come in and we had jumped some, and I knew something was happening. And I finally figured it out that y'all were out there pushing our channel, and I sure do appreciate it. Yeah, sure do appreciate it. So back to the mayhaw. We're going tomorrow to get some mayhaw juice. So you take the mayhaw berry, and I think you add a little water and you bring it to a boil. And then you take that out and strain it through cheesecloth and then squeeze the berries. You know, you boil it for a certain amount of time and all that. But anyway, it's a process to get to the juice. So you have the juice to actually make the jelly out of.
Hey, Georgie.
And, oh, you're her favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, as she tells me every time I want, Sanchi's my favorite. So it's a process to get to the juice to make the jelly with. Well, last year we found a lady that sells the juice, and it's $20 a gallon. And we didn't know how much a gallon would make, so we bought 2 gallons. And it made a lot. We had like 40 something jars.
It's like 40.
The little jars.
The little jelly jars, which.
Is that a pint?
No. Half pint.
Half pint? I don't know.
It's the little jelly
The little
jars.
jars. But we made 40 something of them with those 2 gallons.
It's a half pint.
And we gave some of it
We
away.
thought we had jelly for years.
Yeah. And
We were wrong.
yeah, we've pretty well gone through it.
I got 3-4 jars left.
Yeah. So this time we're going to buy 3 gallons, and we're going to go ahead and make jelly out of 2 gallons of it. And then you can put 1 in the freezer. You can just freeze it, and if we see we're running low, we can make some more. But it was a chore to find the lady we bought it from.
We didn't save her name in the phone. That's why we didn't have her number. We didn't have a message from her, email, or anything.
And keep in mind, this was this time last year.
A year ago. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, let's just look back in your phone records. He scrolled, couldn't find it.
You finally went on like Facebook, didn't you?
What I did, I went on Facebook to see, because my cousin sent me the recipe.
Right.
And I told her I just bought the mayhaw jelly. I need the recipe. So by that date, we found the number.
Yeah, she found the date on Facebook where the cousin sent the recipe, so we knew it was right in there. So we went to that date, and my phone record's on my phone, and we just found an odd number, and it was early in the morning. And we said, well, that's when we called her. So
that's when we went up there to get it. We were lost, remember?
I called the number, and I asked her, when she answered, I said, is this the lady I got the mayhaw from? She said, yes, sir. And she's working hard right now making juice. That was 2 days ago.
A couple of days ago.
Yeah. And we're supposed to meet her tomorrow to get the juice so we can make the mayhaw jelly.
She's about, 30, 45 minutes away?
Yeah, she's about 40 minutes away. So a little bit of a drive. So that's 2 things we got going on. I have not taken any more pictures inside the chickadee bird nest yet. I put an update on them.
Oh, we were supposed to check the egg off underneath the chicken. See if there's anything in there with light.
Oh, we hadn't done that yet either, no, have we? So we got a broody hen, and we're letting her sit on 3 eggs. One's been up under there about 2 weeks. So we should be able to do the light test on it. We're not sure if our eggs are fertile because we put a young.
Actually.
3 weeks? No, because 21 days they hatch.
Today the 24th.
You got about 4 more days, right?
She's got about 4 more days.
So we might do the light check on it in a little while after we get through here. And we'll let y'all know. We're not sure if those eggs are fertile because we put a young rooster in with them, and I don't know if he got busy right away or.
Wow, there's a tornado on the ground. I don't know where Lubbock, Texas is.
It's in my rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, So the broody
Who's
hen,
that?
that's the one we're going to talk about their channel in a little while.
Oh.
The broody hen is a saga we got going on. We got 3 eggs up under her. One of them is about within 4 days of hatching, if it was a fertile egg.
Well, the first one we put under her,
She ate.
we put it under her, and then about 2 days later, we decided to put a second one under her. We put the second one under her, and then a couple of days later,
Wasn't but one.
there wasn't but one. The first one she ate.
And that's not uncommon because when a hen is brooding and she's sitting on eggs, she won't go eat. And a lot of times they will just eat one of the eggs.
And I wonder if it's because she knows
That it wasn't going to hatch.
she goes on and eats it because she knows it wasn't going to hatch.
I don't know.
But anyway, she ate.
But I do know that they will eat an egg, not just for the heck of it. They need the nutrition. And rather than getting off the nest, they'll just eat an egg. But we got that going on. So we need to do a light test on that first egg and see if it's got a chick in it.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do that after dark tonight. I did an update a couple of days ago on the chickadees, and we saw about 6 eggs. First time we looked, we saw 2, maybe 3. We wasn't sure. But a couple of days later, I got another picture, and it was about 6 eggs in there. And that's been almost a week ago. It takes about 2 weeks for chickadee eggs, so we probably got another week.
Time flies.
I know it goes by so quick before they hatch out.
I am very tired. I'm always tired. Sleepy.
All she needs to do is get a nap.
Oh.
Wednesday says she's tired too. So are y'all near where the tornadoes are over there? I have to put that on the main screen. Someone's tired. We've had beautiful weather here. We had a little bit of rain last night.
Did we?
Mm-hmm. We thought we were going to get it yesterday, but we actually got it last
No,
night.
it rained yesterday.
Did we get a little bit
We
of
were
rain?
gone, and remember I
Yeah.
told you Neil said it was raining.
It was spotty rain in our area. Yeah.
And he said it was flooding out there. Aw.
How are the kittens doing? How many we got? It's like 4 or 5 of them, wasn't it? You got off camera. You think they wouldn't hear that yawn?
I don't care if they hear it. I'm just sleepy.
So we got the chicken about to hatch some eggs out. We got down close to San Antonio, but from West Texas. Okay, near San Antonio. Cool. We went out there when one of our sons graduated from the Air Force basic training.
Got 5 kittens.
5 kittens.
That's a long ways over there, too.
Yeah, that was a trip. We took our 5th wheel and we stayed on the campground there on the post. Was it Lackland? Yeah, we stayed on the campground there at Lackland Air Force Base. Oh, Tim said the wife got her tomato plant planted. Just one, as in just one plant. I used to do a garden, but we got a U-Picket place not far from here. And we go up there. They have probably 4 or 5 acres of just tomatoes. That's how big the place is. And they have everything. I'm just saying they have that much just tomatoes. That's how huge this place is. Oh, Chuck was stationed at Lackland. Cool. So once we discovered that place, it's about 45 minutes from here.
Air Force Wednesday.
I quit doing a garden. it's too easy to go up there and just pick it.
Take your 5-gallon bucket, fill it up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They charge last year, in the last couple of years, it's been $12 for a 5-gallon bucket. You take your buckets with you.
Whatever you put in it.
Whatever you put in there, they don't care. You can mix and match or whatever. And it's $12 a bucket. So we can take 4 or 5 buckets and we can get a lot in those buckets.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Yeah, it was at Lackland. It's nice over there. We didn't get into spend enough time over there in the Lackland area. Maybe one day we'll get back over there. We did go. So we saw the Alamo, and we went down and did the boardwalk area. I would like to spend some more time on that boardwalk area. One day wasn't enough time to see it all.
Are we gonna get back over to Weatherford?
Yeah. Anybody near Weatherford? Tim said he can't do it anymore, but she loves to. Good. Let her get with it. Your oldest Air Force boot camp in Texas. Woo! Magic, you got a big garden? How big a garden? I never did a real big garden.
See, one year we did the garden. We had okra, and okra wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
I ended up with myself, I put up 18, 19 gallon bags of cut up okra in the freezer. I give away a ton of it. Ton of okra, not what I put up, but more that we got.
Don't go on Christmas down there. Only Taco Bell is open. That's all right. I like Taco Bell.
No, we don't.
We got a nephew in Weatherford that we try to get over and visit every couple of years. So we'll be coming to Weatherford before long. 80 by 80. Yeah, that's a nice sized garden. Mine was probably 30 by 40, so half that size. But the trouble with our garden issue is we go so much. Well, one year we had a drought, and one year it just rained so much couldn't, it ruined the garden. But other years, most years, we leave, go on a trip or something, come back a week or two later, and the grass is done taking it over,
and nobody come by.
Nobody will come pick. You tell your neighbors, go down there and pick. That they won't do it. They'll take it if you pick it and carry it to them.
Tell them just go pick it. We don't. It needs to be picked.
Wednesday, that would be.
It's blurry. Look how blurry.
I'm gonna try to get it to straighten up. There we go. Yeah, that'd be good. We'll sure let you know when we come that way.
Where is she?
She's near Weatherford. I said, was anybody near Weatherford? She said she was.
Oh, I must have missed that.
2 acres. 2 acres is a huge garden.
Oh, so I see it now. I'm an hour from Weatherford.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll sure let you know. We had a good time. We went over to Weatherford and they had, what was that festival?
Peach Festival.
Peach Festival. They had the Peach Festival going on. We thought that was pretty cool.
I need to get with him and see when would be a good time for us to come. Picking okra will make you itch, but sure is good. What is that, chat?
I don't know. She didn't ever say anything. Yeah, so the Peach Festival was fun. It was kind of hot that day. It was hot.
That's all right.
And our nephew lives in the downtown area right there where it was at, so we got to walk to it. Okay, so Wednesday's about 4 or 5 hours away from Magic. I don't know. We're not that familiar with Weatherford as far as it growing. I'd take your word for it that it's grown. Um, we've been there a couple of times just to visit family that moved over that way, and we'll be going back to visit them again.
Yeah, we got to go this summer.
Why this summer?
Why? Because we hadn't been this summer.
Oh, just because we hadn't been. So you want to tell them about your cruise you booked?
Which one? My Alaskan one?
The Alaskan cruise.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Alaska.
Yeah, we're going to go to Alaska. And
So, Magic, you're down in San Antonio area?
Miss PJ says she's like cutting asparagus. I love asparagus, and I tried to get it to grow, and I couldn't get it to grow. And it takes about 4 years to get asparagus to start making.
Well, it was growing, but then it quit.
I
It
know.
just disappeared.
Maybe if we did a box and put some really good soil in there and just put asparagus in it. Because once it starts making, if I remember right, you'll cut asparagus off of those plants for 20 years. But it takes 3 or 4 years for it to start making once you plant it. I might try it again because I love asparagus. And they say that
I hadn't had asparagus in a long
if you
time.
raise your own, it's a whole lot better than what you get in the store.
Remember that asparagus we had in Germany?
Oh, yeah, they had white asparagus in Germany. It was huge. 1 hour away from San Antonio. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get over there this summer. So, yeah, we were in Germany one time, and that's really where I fell in love with asparagus because they had asparagus over there, and it was really big. It was probably...
Well, wait a minute. To be fair, Miss PJ, our soil in this lot, this acreage,
Yeah,
is not very good
we have
at
trouble
all.
getting stuff to grow. So we
can get the weeds to grow. Did
Yeah,
you
the
see
weeds
my
grow.
rose plants grow? It's dying.
is it?
That one in the bucket.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's dying. I don't know what's wrong with it.
So in Germany, they had white asparagus, and it was bigger than this pencil. It was as big around as like a drumstick, a real drumstick, not a chicken leg. I don't know. Y'all might not be familiar with a drumstick, but anyway, it was probably half inch. Well, I played drums in high school. That's what it reminds me of. It was about the size of a drumstick. But they probably never played drums. They don't know how big a drumstick is. So that wasn't a good example. Probably half-inch thick.
About that thick.
Yeah.
Well, then say this thick.
I don't know. That's about a half inch. It's probably a little thicker than that.
Well, then that thick.
Yeah. Probably as thick as this chest piece.
We'll go to the bottom.
Like that. And was long.
See.
Yeah. But it was white. And I asked about it, and what they do is
Put a banana. I got bananas.
as it's growing,
Will that help it?
they keep the dirt pulled up on it. So the sun never hits it, and that'll make it be white. That's what they told me.
I put coffee grounds. But this one was doing so good, and then I went out there today, and it's brown. It's like, what happened?
Hey, if y'all don't mind, it's free to do to reach down there and hit that like button. We'd sure appreciate it. And maybe even share this stream on your Facebook page.
Maybe I need to take a banana and go put in my rose.
Well, go ahead. Put a banana in. Not right now.
Oh.
Well, the people want to see you.
Okay. So I got to eat another banana to put skin in it. I've been feeding the skins to my chickens.
The chickens like the banana
Well, they're
skins.
not going to get this last one.
It's going in the rose
It's going
bush.
to go in the rose.
Well, there you go. So we're excited about the Alaskan cruise.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do Alaskan cruise. I booked it.
When are we doing? August.
It's August.
So we got a cruise in July.
Yeah, we get off of that, and then we go to Alaska to go see our son.
We're going to spend 2 weeks in
A
Alaska.
couple of weeks and a little bit.
Then
more.
go to Seattle, get on a cruise ship, and go back to Alaska,
Yeah,
and then back to Seattle,
yeah.
and then fly home.
And then when we get home,
We got something else.
it's our family camp out.
Oh yeah.
Like they might beat us here.
Yeah, they might get here before we do. Rock, salt, chicken manure. I got chicken manure. Rock, salt won't kill it. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, we're hoping to see the whales.
I'm hoping to see a lot of stuff.
all of that
I
stuff.
see some more lights.
We've heard that the Alaskan cruise is beautiful. So we're getting a balcony room so we can sit out on the balcony and
take a sweater.
Yeah.
I can't take shorts. I got to take long pants.
we'll document it well so we can share with you guys when we get back. Okay, so Paul says the salt will not kill the asparagus.
Does my rose bush need salt?
I wouldn't put salt on the rose bush.
I wouldn't either. But he might know.
Salt normally kills plants, though, doesn't it? I thought it did.
Know.
Well, I don't know. Now, see, y'all are getting me motivated. I might have to try to plant some asparagus or something. Because I do like asparagus. And I tried it several years ago, and it grew for 2 years.
We didn't ever get to eat any.
Right,
of it.
it never got big enough, and then it just quit.
It was coming up so skinny.
Hey, Miss Suzanne,
Hey,
how
Suzanne.
are you? We're glad you're here tonight, this evening.
Right. Bedtime.
Yeah, 6:38. But Miss Suzanne, I think, is in California. I think. Wednesday puts Epsom salt on the hydrangeas. I don't know. Homegrown potatoes. I do too.
Well, that place had potatoes. We bought some.
Yeah.
The only thing about their potatoes was a lot of them had rotten in the center. When I'd bake one and the center would be rotted.
Yep, California. See, so
Yeah.
it's 4:30 in California, I think. Rhubarb. All I've heard is rhubarb pie.
Yeah, but have we had rhubarb?
I don't know if we've ever had it.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know either.
Is it a berry? Guess I could Google it.
Have some changes of color. Interesting. See, we're learning so much tonight. All right, let's talk about something that's in the news.
We were talking about food.
I know, but I was going to stir it up. Talk about the news. What's in the news that has your interest right now? Anything?
No.
You just don't care?
They saying the same thing over and over.
Oh, I know.
Eggs. I got the eggshells. I saved up a bunch of eggshells and ground them up. Been sprinkling it around in the garden, but as for my rose, they haven't done good for years. Any chat
is great chat. I like that.
I actually
Suzanne, that's going on the big screen.
I actually have a compost bucket that I put a bunch of junk in and keep it mixed up. And what did I plant in there? I stuck that tree limb. What was that? My pasta water.
Pasta water.
Man, Y'all just full of all kinds of information.
Yeah.
um,
I can't
Crepe
remember.
myrtles.
Yeah, crepe myrtle.
My crepe myrtle, I put a stick in my compost, and that thing took off. It grew. I got it planted outside, and it's growing fine.
It's doing good. Now I've got some more stuck in there. We're going to see if they do anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if they will or not. Wild daffodils. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think we do. What she need Chuck to do? Whatever it is, he's probably not going to do it. I don't blame him. The man's too busy putting TV screens together. He ain't got time for all of that. He's putting TV screens together. And
Well, now she stayed in there doing that more than he did.
yeah,
He disappeared for the longest
but he
time.
made it X-rated.
And then he sat there and had his dinner while she worked. Bless her heart.
I don't remember all that.
Yeah. Don't you remember he come back and ate?
She's been working him all day.
We was trying to figure out what he was eating.
He needed to eat to have his strength.
I've got a compost going. Yep. It's got all kinds of stuff in it.
Yee. So look, I want to share a YouTube channel with you folks. Yeah, I can take the pasta water off of there. Wednesday had a LOL. Mm-hmm. So, that's kind of our thing here now is, we try to help each other. You guys have helped us tremendously on getting subscribers. Well, a little while back, I don't know, I stumbled across a YouTube channel. These people are over in, I think, Georgia. It's Jules and Johnny, and the name of their YouTube channel is Parson Road, and I'm going to share it with you. Let me bring it up. Here we go, right there. Okay, so there's their channel. Of course, you see all the other channels over there that I subscribe to. And I'm subscribed to their channel too. But it was funny because when I saw their channel and I started looking and reading, what all they've done and everything, their channel is real similar to our channel. They started out full-time and in an RV, and that's what their channel was about. And then COVID hit, and they had to stop that. But anyway, when we started our channel, we started out thinking it was going to be about camping because we had an RV. I think we had a motorhome at the time. We've had them all. We've had, trailers, bumper pool, fifth wheels, motorhome. Now we're back in a fifth wheel. But then we realized a little bit different scenario. We realized that we did not do enough camping really to justify, a channel that's about camping. Let me see if I can fix this up another way. There we go. All right, so I'm going to leave their page up there. So it's Parson Road, and I'm going to tell you guys about it, and hopefully some of you go follow their channel. But anyway, all right. Thank you, Suzanne, for giving them a sub. Tell them we sent you if you get a chance. So we quit our channel like that. Miss PJ, thank you for subbing them. And again, now let me go ahead and say that I don't know these people. I sent them a couple of messages and told them, you are tired. When she starts cracking herself up, I know she's tired. So I sent them a couple of messages and I told them I was going to promote their channel tonight, but I don't know if they got the messages, and I don't know if they're watching. So, but I don't know them, so I can't tell you a whole lot about them, and I hope I don't get it wrong. I've just enjoyed watching their channel. But anyway, we changed our channel from camping to something else because we just don't camp enough. They stopped their camping because of COVID. And then they, again, don't quote me on, I might not get all this just right, but they had either a motorhome or a trailer or something. They got rid of it, but then they bought a bus, a school, I don't know if it's a school bus, but they bought a bus.
It's like a school bus.
And they converted that bus into a camper or motorhome. And now they also play music and sing, but they're like professional. So we're amateurs.
Play at it.
Yeah, we kind of play at it, but they go around. I'm going to say kind of the Southeast, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and just looks like a really nice Christian couple, and they go and they perform, and they have basically a ministry, and they go to churches that ask them, and they go perform at churches and things. But she puts stuff about what they're doing and all that. So all of that said, so they started out doing the camping videos before COVID. I've seen channels out there that has hundreds of thousands of followers on camping. And then they stopped that, and they got the bus, and they built the bus into a camper. Well, I've seen video channels out there about, taking a bus and converting it into a camper that has hundreds of thousands of followers, and now, they got their ministry and they're singing and stuff. And she puts out shorts about what they're doing and where they're going and all of that. And they've got 900 and something followers. They should have thousands, but they only have 900 and something. I think last time I looked, they had about 915. So we were alike in that sense too, because we stayed at 900 and something for the longest time. We're just now getting to 1,000. So if we can help them just a little bit, then I want to help them. Because they have a good channel. I know how much work goes into putting these videos out and doing these lives and all of this stuff. And most of us are not in it for the money. We don't need the money. If I make a penny or two, that's all right. Wednesday said, get to the point.
Thank you, Wednesday.
Am I dragging it out too long? I just want to make sure I do these people right. So Parson Road, good channel. Looks like really good people. They got 900 something followers. He goes live once a month, once a week.
No, he's talking about somebody else.
All right, wait a minute. If you like history, the guy related to the McCoys called Hillbilly Files. Let me jot that down. I'll look at it. Maybe we'll highlight his next time. Let me write that down. Hillbilly Files. Got it. I'll look at them later. All right, let me take this off of here then. All right, Parson Road. Some of you has already subscribed to them. If you get the opportunity at any point, just let them know that we sent you over there. And maybe, one of these days, maybe I can reach out to them. And what do you want me to do?
Refresh.
Okay. I'm just at their page. Maybe they'll come on live with us one night and they can tell their own story. I might not have it right, perfectly right, but I think I got the gist of it. So for the couple of y'all that went over and subbed them, thank you very much. I think you'll enjoy their channel. Wednesday's fun. She said, just get to the point, spit it out. Well, it was a long point because I just find it funny that, or whatever, that their channel mirrors our channel, so to speak. Kind of, their journey is kind of the same as what we've done. I need to spit it out again. All right, I'm going to shut up. I used to like watching the Dickering, the Down East Dickering. She didn't particularly care for it.
What was it?
The Dickering, where the people would bargain with each other, dicker with each other. You don't remember it?
Mm-hmm.
I remember it. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. But a lot of shows that I like, she don't care for. I mean, I could watch the. What is it when they take the stuff and have it appraised?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's the name of that show? It's on like PBS where they go to different areas. People bring their stuff to have it
Bring their
appraised.
junk.
Yeah. I like that show. No, I'm not. This is me. Hey, I'm just stupid all the time. Miss PJ, you ought to know that. You spend time with me every morning. How did I date myself on that show?
Quit.
Hey, Chucky. The watch time's coming. We're at about 3,500. But if we do these live, we're going to do this live every week now. Every Thursday, we're going to do it. Up until this point.
And that's it. Antique Roadshow.
Antiques Roadshow. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Up until now, we just kind of went live whenever we felt like it. So now that we're at 1,000, we're going to get a little more structured. So we're going to do a live once a week. It'll be on Thursday, 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Sorry, 6 o'clock. The view hours will come, I think. Wednesday says she don't even remember that show. Well, they still got it on from reruns and stuff. Okay, so yeah, I dated myself. I'm old. And some of y'all just as old as I am, maybe older. What was y'all's favorite show of all time? I've got one. I had a favorite show of all time. TV show. Not movie, TV show.
Well, I had a lot. I can't just name one.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I can.
I mean, I liked a lot of them about the same.
Antique Roadshow for PBS. Yep. See, I like that show, but she won't watch it.
He turns it on there, and I'll just play on my phone.
I'm not telling secrets, but I'm saying, what was your favorite show? And for most people, it's going to be something from years ago. It's not going to be anything recent. Yeah, y'all got to remind me to change up what's on the screen. Paul said he likes it. You got the giggles. She does that.
Most especially when I add somebody in a group text and I don't know who they are.
Oh, I do have a clock up on the wall that the time is off. I need to change the batteries in it, and it goes off at weird times. We're them old clock people. It's a clock up there that the face opens up and it plays me. It's got a Ferris wheel up behind the face of it, and then it closes back up. It's a pretty clock, but it's up high, and I haven't taken it down to change the battery out. Then on the other side, we've got a grandfather clock. Now it's right. The time on it's right. I love the grandfather clock. Kids say the darndest things. Yes. That was your favorite?
We do that all the time, me and my sisters. Wednesday.
Oh, look. Don't put her with her sisters.
I was actually trying to talk to my daughter, and I couldn't. She got to laughing. It's just as hard as me. Didn't know what she was laughing at because I was laughing. It's funny. I Dream of Jeannie.
I like Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. They were good. They were okay shows, but they
Jeannie
wasn't my
better
favorite.
than Bewitched, but
yeah.
Let's see. Well, I like.
She switched dicks. I couldn't help it. she had it was Dick York and Dick Sargent. And somewhere in the middle of Bewitched, she switched dicks.
Stop it.
Okay, that one was almost ugly. All right, New Yankee Workshop. Yeah. Huh?
It was the way you did it.
Well, I meant for it to be that way. It was comic relief. Yeah, see, that's another thing. That's a guy thing. Paul said, yes, she did. The New Yankee Workshop. Any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like that, but she don't. You know, that's not uncommon for the lady of the house not to care for, you know, carpentry shows.
Now, you know, I do like when they redo the houses. I like to watch that.
Yeah, but you like the couples that go in and redo a house. Yeah.
But if they can let me see, and then they say a little bit of money that they paid to do it, and I'm thinking that's a lie.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll have those couples go in and they'll completely gut a house. Suzanne, you just hit it on the head. That was my favorite right there. But those couples go in and tear all the walls out, put all new appliances, put everything brand through the whole house.
Yankee Bill.
And then say their
You
budget
don't want
was
to know.
$15,000 or something. It's crazy. Yankee Bell, it just I told a funny, and it was a little risque. WKRP from Cincinnati, I like that one too. That was in the running, but MASH was my favorite. I loved MASH.
See, I didn't particularly care. I didn't particularly care for MASH when it was coming on. I watch it now.
I loved it. So Gilligan's Island, yeah, that was a fun little after school show. Fantasy Island was kind of cool. Yeah, Friday Night Staples. Yep.
See,
yep. On the black and white TV.
Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley. We watch all these shows still. Barney.
Yeah, I'm bad about going to what station is that has
Me TV.
Me TV. We watch Me TV more than we do anything. It's got all the old good ones on there. And yeah, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. I thought that was cool to watch all the animals and stuff back in the day. Fix It or List It. Yeah, that's a show.
That's a show that we watch when we're in the country because we can't get anything else.
Yeah. Well, we can now. We got the
we got to take it with us.
What's that thing called?
Starlink.
Yeah, we got Starlink.
We're watching the Waltons now.
Dallas was a good one, but I didn't really watch it.
You have to watch that one from.
Yeah, I did get caught up in the Who Shot JR. I was in high school. What year was that? 1980?
We graduated 81.
Somebody Google that. What was the year that everything was Who Shot JR? There was bumper stickers and stuff everywhere about Who Shot JR. The whole country was wondering who shot JR. I remember that going on, but I didn't really watch the series. I wasn't that into it. I'm going to say that was either 79 or 80 when that. What year was it?
No.
Oh, okay. You hadn't found it yet?
Yeah. March of 80.
1980. Yep. So the old Westerns, I love the old Westerns, Miss PJ.
I'm not crazy about Westerns.
What was the guy's name that just died? Teresa's uncle. Anyway, I've got an autographed movie thing from one of the old Western guys. He was from near where I grew up, and I knew some of his nieces and nephews. And one of the nieces,
See, I done got hot laughing.
I
So
know, went out to see him out there in California, and she got his autograph for me. I'll think of his name in a minute, but he just passed away. He was like 90 something. He played on Sons of Katie Elders. He was one of the sons.
then she saw Jaws and decided not to be a marine biologist.
Hey, I don't like getting in the water now because of Jaws. And then the guy I was talking about, he was also Angie Dickinson's boss on, what was the name of that show she had? She was a detective. Anyway, I'll think of his name in a minute, but I knew some of his people and they got me his autograph and everything, but he just passed away. Sometimes I feel dumb because I can't pull something out of my head.
It's in that penguin that dropped off.
Yeah, it's in there, but
No, the penguin dropped.
I gotta find it. Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. I wasn't quite old enough for that. The singing cowboy. That was a little bit before my time. By the time I came along, it was Gilligan's Island and Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke was a big deal when I was a kid. 7 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to think of the guy's name. Telly Savalas, Kojak, had his little lollipop. Yep. I did enjoy Kojak. Hawaii Five-0, I like that. That was a decent one. Yeah.
Daddy didn't get out of the chair.
No, Daddy didn't get out of the chair. I did. I was the remote control. Boy, go change that channel. Of course, we couldn't pick up but 2. 3 if you went out and turned the antenna. Mm-hmm.
Was only had 2 to 13 on the thingy.
Yeah, it was only like 13 channels on the dial, wasn't it? Rockford Files, yeah. He had that Camaro. What was his name? I can't think of his name. Policewoman guy, Robert. No, it wasn't Robert Collins. He played her boss. I can't pull it out of my head.
Who?
The one I'm trying to think of. Look up Sons of Katie Elder. He was one of those. He was one of the brothers. You had John Wayne, Dean Martin or somebody. Chucky, we have a big gathering of the family. We have everybody here at our house once a year. And we pulled a rotary phone out. I got one in a closet back there that used to belong to my parents. And we got
Earl Holliman.
Earl Holliman. That's who I was trying to think of. Earl Holliman. But anyway, we got the rotary phone out and we set these teenagers down and said, okay, y'all show us how to make a call. You'll have to tell it because I didn't sit and watch them the whole time, but it was hilarious. Yeah, Earl Holliman. That's who it was.
Hey, Mr. Coop.
I knew his nieces and nephews. And
hey, heroes.
They got me an autographed CD. Really, it's got a movie on it from him. And he sent me some pictures of himself, and he was old, man. He just passed away a couple months ago.
Mama Coop raid.
And he was like 90 something. 10 a.m. Made sure our butts were home when the street lights came on. Yep. Hey, Mr. Coop, Mama Coop, heroes. Thank y'all for coming. I watched some of y'all's stuff earlier. I've tried to at least pop in there every time you're on. Looks like y'all's daily chat is going good, picking up steam. That's good. Yeah, Sunday night Disney movie. We couldn't pick it up most of the time. I don't know. We had trouble with that channel because I was out in the country. Sancho Chris. How are things in Belgium, Chris? We're talking about old TV shows and what we liked and didn't like. What was our favorite? Again, MASH was my favorite. I watched MASH every time it was on, and I still watch it on the.
We still watch Andy Griffith.
I love
Gomer
Andy
Pyle.
Griffith. Yeah, I like anything Don Knotts. Do any of y'all know? There was a particular movie where Andy Griffith and Don Knotts met for the first time. Does anybody know the name of that movie? I know you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm asking the chat. Do y'all know the name of the movie that Don Knotts and Andy Griffith actually met on, and that started a lifelong friendship? See, I need to get this.
I can't see what.
What?
Oh, okay.
I need to get the Jeopardy sound.
She's talked to you there.
So where?
Georgia.
Georgie. Where'd Georgie
Where
say
did it
something?
go? There it is. Right there.
Georgie, guess what I got to play with? Okay. Georgie got to play with something. And she's asking me, helicopter? I don't know. I don't know where you're going, Georgie. What did you get to play with?
What's going on?
I don't know.
What? Yeah.
Oh, Welcome Back, Kotter. I love that movie. A show. Yeah. Georgie put my name in all caps, too. She was excited to ask me that. You need an air compressor for it to work. Okay, spray gun. I got spray guns I use with my air compressor. Air compressor. You know, Happy Days was a good one, and our kids and grandkids don't understand the influence that TV had on us back then, because everybody was watching the same shows. You know, you couldn't pick up 2 or 3 channels, and you had ABC, NBC, CBS, and that was about it. So when a show like Happy Days had a saying like, you know, sit on it, or, you know, Fonzie doing his thumbs up and you know, when they did that, you know, within a week, everybody at school was doing all those sayings and stuff. Where now there's so many things, you know, a show doesn't captivate the country like it did back then. Hey, Harry.
Hey, Harry.
Okay, so you got to have a compressor to do. I'm trying to think. What would you need a compressor for?
A nail gun.
Nail gun, yeah. Okay, that's right. I think they're doing some work on their house. So you either spray paint it, or you use a nail gun, or one of those staple guns, or something like that.
Read the comment.
Did she say nail gun? Gonna shoot your eye out with that thing. Well, that was a BB gun. That was a Red Ryder BB gun. But I know what you're saying. Yeah. So you did the.
She said something about a nail gun.
The nail gun. I was handed a nail gun. That's fun. It is fun. I agree. A nail gun is fun. So they got nail guns now that are electric, battery operated, but they're not as fast as the air kind. You hit it and it'll pop, to where the cordless, airless ones, you have to hit it and hold it, and it makes this noise, and then it'll finally, you know, it'll pop. It's a delay. I like the old fashioned air gun ones. Buffalo across the creek. Yeah, somebody mentioned Mutual of Omaha earlier. That was a
She put down the baseboards.
all right. I'm getting too old to get up and down like that. We've done baseboards and stuff at our little tiny house we're doing, and it worked me over, and that's just a little bit. I guess putting the floor down
We
worked
didn't
us.
finish, did we?
Yeah, we finished the baseboards. We got to do around the windows and stuff. Yeah, I like the air. It's much more efficient. Fun for Denzel Washington. Must have been a movie. I missed it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The battery ones, they're not as good. I was working on a house one time. We had quite a few rental houses at one time, and I was redoing a bathroom. I was redoing the whole house, and I was pretty well through, but I had a bathroom I was still doing. And it was a guy walked in, and he was just looking for work. He wanted to do something, try to make a little money. And I hired him to bust up some tile that was on the floor.
Yankee Bell's got a whole condo that needs to be remodeled.
But anyway, I hired this guy to bust this concrete up because it was giving me trouble and it was a lot of work. But he worked hard and he got the last little bit of it up. And I gave him, I think, $40. He only wanted 20, but he worked hard. So I gave him like $40. He was there for a couple of hours. And the next day he came back and he brought me a player's card. He had been an NFL football player and was quite talented, but he got mad. He didn't think they were playing him enough, and he got mad and quit. And he was candid about it. You know, he said his biggest mistake he ever made. But he was playing in the 70s. But he gave me one of his players' cards, and we talked a little bit. You know, he wanted some more work, but I really didn't have anything else for him. But he got mad and quit. Now there he is out there trying to earn $20 off of me years later. I felt sorry for him, but I hate wallpaper, Georgie. You know, you can buy one of those little old wheels with the teeth on it and try to put holes in it, and then you spray it, and it's supposed to let the glue loose. None of that ever works. It's just hard work to get wallpaper off. It's almost better just rip the whole wall out, put new sheetrock up. So when we were younger, well, not that much younger, we still got one rent house. We sold the rest of them off. When we were younger, we had quite a few, and that was a job. Always something, you know, working on one of those houses, doing something. And, you know, we had our full-time job, so where I did. I don't mind being rid of all that. But we did well with all that stuff. Oh, glass tile, yeah. The bathroom I was doing had the little like 4-inch tile on the floor. And I thought, well, I'll bust them up and I'll put, you know, new modern up-to-date tile. But what I didn't realize was there's about an inch grout up under those small tiles. And man, getting that grout up, I got all of it up, but I had one big circle about maybe 2 foot around that I was having. And that's what that guy, he went and got some tools and came back. He worked hard, but he got the last of it up for me. And I paid him twice what he was asking for. So I did him right. All right, Mr. Coop, you got to tell me more. Someone stay in a house for a week and not knowing their wife had passed. What are you talking about? No, and yeah, Chucky, he said that, you know, that when he was playing, if somebody was making $100,000, that was big money. Well, I'll just go ahead and say this is a black guy, And he just said, I was a black guy with a chip on my shoulder. I didn't think they was playing me as much as I deserved to play, and I got mad and quit. And of course, he regretted it the rest of his life. Oh, Gene Hackman. But yeah, Gene Hackman, he'd done lost his mind. Alzheimer's had done got, he probably didn't even know. Yeah, it's a wonder he didn't die before she did. Because he was in bad health. But what really tells the story is family and friends, they were not receiving any, they wasn't getting any visitors. Family and friends wasn't checking on. That's the real story there. From what I understand, Gene Hackman Alzheimer's done got him so bad he didn't know what world he was in. He might have been bedridden. I don't know. But he was in pretty bad shape. Okay, Suzanne says she cannot see Coop in the chat. Well, current events, I was going to talk about these people going down to Venezuela or wherever they're going, El Salvador, to see this, this guy that we threw out of the country, trying to make him out to be some nice guy and bring him back. That's just stupid. How can anybody argue that? That is a messed up situation that, the wife passing and, a week later he passed. But that just tells you nobody was going to visit them, kids or, family, friends. Nobody was checking on them. Okay, so you're on Rumble, but she still ought to be able to see it in the chat, though, huh? Yeah, we're streaming both YouTube and Rumble. I say we. It was we. Now it's me. I'm gonna make her come back in here. Yeah, Mr. Coop and Georgie, look, I can't thank y'all enough for what y'all did the other day, encouraging people to come subscribe to our channel. We sure do appreciate it. I wish I'd have been there watching it, but I wasn't. I had y'all up and running, but I was outside. I didn't get to see the actual count. I would have gotten excited if I'd have been sitting there watching it count and getting close to that 1,000. So we're at 1,000, and now we're working on watch time. We've got a little over 3,500 watch hours. We need 4,000. So, Ryan Hall, y'all just went live. So it must be getting bad somewhere, maybe over in Texas. I'll check him out in a few minutes. Chuck, you say you thought they had employees. I don't know. I never thought about that. If they had people coming in to work. All right. Heroes just jumped over to Rumble. Thank you. So you cheered when it hit. I would have cheered. I would have been really excited. But like I said, sometimes y'all probably realize I jump in, I say hello, and then you don't see anything else from me. I leave you guys running so you get the watch time. But this is my favorite time of the year with the weather like it is. I got outdoor projects, and I go outside and work on things and come in. And it was late in the evening the other day when I finally sat down and brought YouTube up, and I went and I realized we had gone over 1,000. But Harry, that's a nice thing, man. We've been talking about taking our playing music and going to the nursing homes and doing it. We've done it a couple of times, but we have been talking about making it a regular thing and go play. It's amazing how many people are in those nursing homes that never get visitors. Never. They throw them in there and forget about them. The old detonator. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you encouraging people to hit the like button. We'll put that up on the screen. There we go. That's what Detonator said. Smash that like button. So this will help. We've got 15 people in here right now. I know some of you came over from Mama Coop. I appreciate y'all jumping over here from their live when they ended. But if we sit here for a couple of hours and, 15 people or so, that time add up fairly quick. So I'm not too concerned about the 4,000. It will come. But tomorrow, if y'all want to go to our channel and just start a playlist going to help us get watch time, hey, feel free.
I got them going.
Who you have going?
This.
Oh, you put this one on the other TV in there? Well, there we go. Thank you, Chucky. Okay, so that's the that umbrella guy. Well, he's got a lot of followers. But he covers that court case with the Hales. We don't really follow that. We follow you guys and we pick up bits and pieces. I don't really know what's going on with it now. I think it's some things are starting to happen, I think, with that court case. So my family member I told you guys about a while back. No, you don't want me to tell them? About moving the pool? No? All right. She said, I can't tell y'all about my family member that needs to move the pool. I wasn't going to say much. Anyway, we'll talk about something else here. Yeah, I did several channels. Rescue will get there. I will say this, Wednesday, we have been making videos for probably 6 years. We've got some videos that go back a ways. So I understand we're not that entertaining.
Starting to fizzle out. Thank God we need a break.
The court thing is starting to kind of fizzle out. Yeah, it's got to come to an end at some point. See how she shut me down Wednesday? I was going to say something. She looked at me like, shut up. He covered that story for a long time. Talking about Tug. Is he on to something else now, Coop? Is that what you're saying? Miss PJ's laughing at us. Yeah, I saw where something was in a stay for a month. Yeah, the umbrella guy, Tug for short, he's been covering that case. So, Tug, yeah, I'm assuming you're saying, yeah, he's moved on to other cases. We're very entertaining. I don't know about all that. Well, one thing I've said, and I'll say again, people that have channels that do really good, they have one thing they do, and they do it well. They have one kind of topic they cover, whether it's camping or cooking or carpentry or whatever, to where we're all over the map. It might be, we've got stuff out there where we redid a pontoon boat. We've got camping videos. We've got lives like this. I mean, we're kind of all over the map, so it's hard to get a good following. The Johnny Depp case made his channel. Yeah, Johnny Depp, he's going to go down as probably the only man that ever won an argument with a woman. Yeah, heroes, you're right. A niche. Most channels that do really well, they have a small niche and they get a lot of following based on that. It's I got a few people that follow us because the pontoon stuff. We visited the villages and we had a great time there, and we did a video about that, and we picked up a lot of followers either from the villages or people that are interested in the villages. But those people might not care to sit and watch what we're doing right now. Uh-oh, Ms. PJ's asking you a question.
Oh. No, I have not. That sounds interesting.
We did have meatloaf. When was that? About 3 nights ago?
Yes.
Probably. Yeah, she makes a great meatloaf, but this one was probably one of the best.
Really?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. But you used a different meat or something. What did you put?
I had hamburger meat, but it wasn't enough. So I had some of that bacon burger we had made with our bacon in it. So I mixed it. Bacon burger. Well. How do you make a pizza meatloaf?
Yeah, but Mr. Coop, y'all are falling into a niche. You and Georgie following these court cases. That is a niche. People that like that kind of stuff, they're gonna gravitate to you. And I'm sure when this hail stuff is over, you're gonna find something else. Another case that you can follow. I think y'all need to keep going, doing what you're doing, because there are people out. Hey, that's why Judge Judy has a show. People like watching that stuff. People are interested in law type stuff. Radiating heart and flags. Well, I thought it would show it on there if I put it on the screen, but it didn't. So I think you and Georgie are carving out a niche of people with what you're doing. But I got a video out there building a cold smoker and then using that cold smoker to make bacon. We make our own bacon. So this, I picked up a few followers from that, but they like homesteading type stuff. But our channel is not really about homesteading. We do some things that are, I guess, interesting to people that do homesteading. And we've got, followers that followed us because of our camping videos. But they probably didn't care to see the one about building the smoker. So I don't know. We don't have any one thing in particular that we do so much that we could make a channel out of it. Yeah. And I'll just go ahead and say, Coop, when I come to watch y'all, I enjoy the first segment when y'all are just carrying on and talking about whatever. And then when you get into the court case, I leave it running to give you the watch time. But that's when I get up and I go on outside and do whatever I'm doing, because I'm just not into the court case stuff. But
Well, it's not that you're not into it. It's just you come in at the end or in the way in the middle.
And sometimes I go outside and I get busy doing something, and then I realize, man, I'm sure somebody's on. So I'll come in here and sit down and bring the computer up. Say, oh yeah, Georgie and them's on. So I'll stop in and say hello.
The court case. If you had started from the beginning following,
maybe
would be a little. Make a meatloaf. Sounds pretty good.
See, now all these ladies, they all gonna turn into Martha Stewart on us and start sharing recipes. Us fellas, we might well just shut up now and just sit back and let them share recipes. Maybe. Yeah, Paul, I do too. You know, most of you people I've never seen face to face, but we've chatted and talked so much in these chats. I feel like I know all of you all, and that's a good thing.
Some of these people we've not even never seen them.
Yeah, Georgia, and it shows that y'all have a good working relationship there. Yeah, I think they will too, Coop. And that's why we're going to try to get a little more structured on what we're doing now that we're in the 1K club. You know, we'll do this every Thursday.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, but I'll have to taste it all.
You know, I say, what do you want to eat? Oh, it don't matter. Okay, well, then I just go cook something. So I don't know how it's going to taste. My itch.
So, yeah, it's funny, Mr. Coop. You know, I was on, yeah, I like eating anyway. You know, I started eating when I was a baby, and I done got pretty good at it. But, yeah, I was doing a coffee with the Huffs over on Rumble for a couple of years. And one day, not too long ago, Skipper popped in and we started chatting on Rumble. And he said, "Hey, we're going live over on YouTube. Why don't you join us?" And he sent the link. And that's that first time I came in with you guys. I think it was on a Friday. That's the first time y'all had done that, I think. And then it went from there. You know, that's how I met this group. A Sansi and Georgie cooking stream. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Have we done any recipe stuff with you on a video? You cooking something? Maybe we should.
But I'm all over the place when I'm cooking.
Yeah, see, she's old school cooking. She learned from her mama. And there's no measuring cups, no recipes or anything like that. Just, you know.
Like if you make a skillet of cornbread, you just pour the cornmeal in the bowl.
That's right.
Look at the skillet, look at the bowl, and then figure out how much you think you might need. That's how you do it.
Yeah, she cooks old school. And it's GUD good. Yeah, the Coops in Georgia, they got a good thing going on. You know, and Coop, you got a lot of followers, man. You got, what, 6,000 or something? I don't want to insult you. I can't remember, but it's a lot.
I thought it was like 64,000.
Might have been 60,000. That's why I stopped myself.
You can go over there and
I know you got a lot of followers, so.
You can go over there and look.
I could.
Got it pulled up.
Let's see. $43,000 followers. See, that's our rock star right there. Let me share our rock star. See, I don't know what y'all thinking. There's the rock star right there. Look at that. 43,000 and 43.3.
That's right, Miss PJ.
I'm stuck with y'all. Is that the deal? Yeah, so I'm sure everybody that's watching right now is subscribed to Mr. Coop, but if you are not, you need to go subscribe. And really, all the channels I've talked about tonight are in the description of this video. So you can go to the description. It's a link to every channel. You got a link to Mr. Coop, a link to Georgie, a link to Skipper, and a link to the couple that I just shared with you a few minutes ago. Uh-oh. Georgie got her own power tools.
That sounds like work.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a Jeff Foxworthy thing. You
Sounds
might
like-
be a redneck.
Sounds like a job.
Yep. If your husband surprised you with your own power tools, you might be a redneck. Yeah, that's a Jeff Foxworthy line there. You can go in the kitchen, make a 4-course meal with dessert, and you won't have a dirty dish in the sink.
Right. They'll be all over the counter. I know what you mean. I try to cook. I wash dishes as I go. But sometimes things happen too fast.
Well, we're running out of things to talk about. Yankee Bell's got her own tools. Hey, y'all share this video or share us on your Facebook page or whatever. Draw some more viewers in. And thanks again for y'all helping us get to the 1,000. I haven't looked lately. I think we was at 1,007 or 8.
Look right there.
Let's
He'll
see.
be in the dishwasher. Yeah, I got.
Yeah, we're at 1,008. Two for the house and for the car. Hey, do y'all have? I've got a little bitty small battery jumper. I can't remember the name of it, but a little bitty thing, and it'll jump off anything I've got. I don't even need jumper cables anymore. Georgia said don't end. Well, I'm gonna have to go get some more coffee if I'm gonna
There's
keep
none
going.
anymore.
We done drank it all.
I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got one of these little jumper deals. It'll fit in my back pocket, and it'll jump off just about anything I've got. So you fellas out there, you can get rid of jumper cables. You don't even need. If you got one of these things, you don't need it. Jump box. I don't know what they're called, but it's small, and it works. A friend of mine had one day. My boat wouldn't crank, and he pulled it out, and we jumped off my boat with it. And that afternoon, I ordered me one. What the heck? It's sitting right over there.
Well, I don't know. Charging.
That's it right there. I happen to have it sitting right over here charging, but that's how big it is. And that right there will jump off our car. I've jumped off my tractor with it, and I've jumped off my boat with it. And my boat's got a big motor. It's a 115, I think it is. So if you guys don't have one of these little deals, you need to get one. This one is a Astro AI is the name of it. But it's different flavors of them out there. But that's turned out to be one of the handiest thing I've ever had. So I don't have to drag, I don't use my tractor a lot. And most times I go out there to crank it. The battery's weak on it. I had to drag out jumper cables and then find something else to jump it, hook them to. And that thing right there makes it so easy. All right, so Wednesday got desktop all-in-one sander, table saw, buffer for miniature building. Cool. So Wednesday, you were doing some videos of, your craft stuff, doing things. Are you still doing those? Chucky said they handy for jumping Harleys. Yeah, I'm sure it would easily jump a motorcycle off. But I've got my tractor, I've got my side by side, I got 2 old trucks, my boat motor. I got all kinds of, I can't keep everything charged up, and I don't use everything on a regular enough basis for things to stay charged up. So that thing has come in handy. But I didn't know about it till somebody told me. And that's why I'm telling y'all. So y'all will know. Okay, build furniture for the house you're building. So this house, is it like a doll house? I'm just reading the chat. Figured I'd strum the guitar a little bit while I'm sitting here. Okay, it is a replica home in 1/12 scale. Is it a replica of a particular home, like like George Washington's birthplace, or is it something particular about this home you're doing, or? Yeah, you're right, Chucky. They do get into tight spaces pretty easy. Got you more tools than he has. Let's see. I don't know if Georgie's still in here, but Georgie, if you are, I know when y'all came down, you talked about going over to the battleship in Mobile. We're going to take our grandson over there this weekend. He's coming tomorrow, stay the weekend with us. He's 11, so maybe he'll enjoy seeing the battleship. And honestly, I don't think I've ever toured the battleship. My wife did. She took our kids when they were young, but I worked out of town so much, I don't think I went with them. So I'm going to have fun too. The Pierce House. I've done a New England Lighthouse and 3 others. What is the Pierce House? I'm not familiar with the Pierce House. What is that? Wednesday, your Chuck is the plumber. He earned that nickname. All right, folks. Really, I've run out of things to talk about. See, and that's unusual for me not to have something to talk about. Shop down here in South America. Oh, that's cool. Victorian style with gingerbread like decorations. Can't wait to see it. See, when you get finished with the house, you can put it on video and put it on the big screen and let us see it. Let us all see it on that big screen. So you can finish up 2 or 3 projects at once. The screen, the the Victorian house, and your YouTube channel, all in one. Okay, Wednesday says, okay, wait for what? What am I waiting for? Do I know why doll houses were made? Yeah, for little girls to play with dolls in. Now, Wednesday, are you sure about that? I'm gonna have to research that tomorrow. It makes sense. It does kind of make sense, but I thought they come up with doll houses so Ken could take it when he divorced. I mean, Barbie could take it when she divorced Ken. Probably the only reason. There's a training aid for little girls so they know how to get the house when they divorce. That's what I thought. Because y'all start training on that stuff young. Okay. I'm going to jot that down. I might go try to find that and watch it. That sounds interesting, Wednesday. I can get my pen to write. Okay. I might try to find that. They were for little people. No, I'm telling you, Wednesday's giving me the Santi look. Y'all all done learn. See, y'all learn from each other. All right, what's your subscribers map? I'm in Mississippi. You know where I'm at, Georgia. You put me on there. Hey, that's a good idea. I might have to put a map up and put subscribers on there. So if you are subscribed to Georgie, she's got a map that she marks where everybody's at. Let her know here in the chat where you're at so she can put you on the map. Georgia, you put us on there. You took the kids in your Jeep. I'm just being funny, Yankee Bill. Yeah, yeah. She tells me what I can say. She don't tell me what I can say. She tells me what I can't say. So if you have not told Georgie where you're at and you want to go on her map, let her know right quick. I know I'm already on the map. You know where I'm at. But yeah, we're going to take the grandson over to the battleship in Mobile this weekend. There you go. You can add Ohio. Yep, we got the two ladies over in Texas. Yeah, now I'm getting sleepy. So Salina. Salina. Is it Salina or Salina? Say it fast or say it slow. You got Eastland, Texas. Look at there. Don't forget to put Belgium. Then we had Australia. Didn't we have Australia? Chucky, are you asking me, are we still in rental properties? Pretty much no. We've got one rental house left. We've sold all but one. We have a good renter in there. She's been with us for years. And as long as she's in there, we'll keep it. It is pretty good passive income, but it's also a job. So, you know, as we got older, we decided we wanted to get things off of our plate. And while the market had things at a pretty high state, we got rid of all but one. Salina. Got it. All right, we're at 154 on time. So we're going to go 6 more minutes. We're going to make 2 hours. How about that? And then I'm old. I got to have my applesauce and go to bed. Don't listen to that clock. That's the one that needs a battery changed. So if you got some life-changing news or something that needs to be put out in the chat, you got about 6 minutes. It's the 6-minute scramble. And I'll recap a little bit. We've decided to do this stream every Thursday at 6 o'clock. So we're going to start doing that on a regular basis. I plugged about 4 channels. Obviously, I had to talk about Mr.Coop, Georgie, and Skipper. And I introduced a new channel that I found that I'm interested in and I'm following called Parson Road. I will share that one more time before we get off of here. This is Parson Road's channel right here. Their channel is very similar to our channel. So if you like what we do, you'll like what they do. And the things that they've been doing, they really should have a lot more followers than they have. So that's why I decided to give them a plug tonight. And I know some of y'all have already gone over and subscribed. I appreciate that. Now, how you know Georgie shaved her feet? She might not have. Chucky's in Lima, Peru. Wow. Glad you're in here, Chucky. Put your pen in the ocean. Hope you can tread water. Yeah, where you at, Harry? Hmm. Okay, Harry's in Florida. Yankee Bell's near the Atlanta airport. Hope none of them planes fall out of the sky. We're glad you're here, Chucky. The more the merrier. Share with your friends down there. Georgia, you don't have a world map? Have y'all ever seen the globes? You know the globes we had in school is about, I don't know, 12 inches, 14 inches around. They got them now that have magnets in the ends so they basically float. You know, they do the opposite ends of the magnets and it's just kind of suspended in between those magnets. Man, you can spin them things, they'll spin for a while. But anyhow, I think they're pretty neat. I need to get me one of those just because I haven't got one. But yeah, they're suspended by magnets. 10 minutes from the airport. If I ever get stranded in the Atlanta airport, I'd call Yankee Bell. Come help us out. That is a busy airport. We go through there fairly regular. I don't know. We're gonna have to go through Atlanta going to Alaska. We might. Yeah, we might end up going through Atlanta. That's bad. You have to go east to go west, but I understand. I understand how it works. You got to get to the hub. And Georgia, I want you to know we opened our live with the song and video that we put together, the song that you made for us and the video we put together. That's our opening. Georgia says, "Shut up, Paul." All right. Congratulations, y'all. We made 2 hours, and I couldn't have done it without all of y'all in the chat. We had fun tonight. Next time, I'm going to make Sansi stay the whole 2 hours. Maybe. She's probably in there giving me that eye again. Now that y'all have learned the Sansi eye. Hey, y'all, thanks for being here tonight. We will be here next Thursday. We do our bird feeder live for 2 hours in the mornings. If y'all want to jump in and we have more fun in the chat than anything in the morning. So jump in the morning and watch the bird feeder. Thanks again for all the help getting us to 1,000 subscribers. And we look forward to getting to that 4,000 hours. But for tonight, I'm going to say good night. And Sachi says good night. And we will see y'all next time. Chucky, we're going to visit everything while we're up there. Thanks for the comment. Good night, y'all. Y'all have a good one.